Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. Stop calling it a one night stand. I'm going to tell you what it really is. What do you call it when you arrive in the country and she's waiting for you, either at the airport, at the hotel? Most people call it a one night stand. That's wrong. Most people call it the girlfriend experience. That's wrong. It's deeper than that. And I just want to talk a little bit about that today. I had a conversation with a gentleman, and I was explaining to him what I thought it was, okay? Now, what is a one night stand? It's usually just a sexual relationship lasting only one night. There's no expectations at all that there should ever be any further relations between the sexual, partners. But since we usually end up seeing her again and again, often to the point of moving in together and possibly marriage, we can no longer call it a one night stand. I call it the wife experiment. You're auditioning and she's auditioning. It usually happens like this. We get to the hotel, you can't keep your hands off each other. In and out we go, up and down. It all seems so natural. What two consenting adults agree on couldn't be wrong, could it? Is it a hookup? I would be more comfortable calling it a hookup because when it's a hookup, it may be repeated. You may see each other on and off, but it's not a one night stand. And I'm explaining to you, what is an experiment? An experiment is you're trying to find out something. She's trying to find out, hey, is this guy going to make a good husband? Because that's really what it's all about. Everything happens so fast that men are surprised, and we never stop to think about the consequences. We never think once about her motives or why it seems so easy. And that's one of the pros about it. We're going to get a night to remember. My first son was conceived on the very first night we were together. How do I know? Because we met in person on January 26th, and he was born November the 3rd. A normal birth, carried to full term. At the time, it was all good. No harm, no foul. And then we broke up, and bonding with my son became almost impossible. What it amounted to was casual sex with no thought of what comes next. We're so sure about this connection that we risk it all. So we're just going to talk about the pros and cons of the wife experiment. As you can possibly figure out, I'm going to get a lot of pushback here because we always think that our situation is different. I'm different. The woman's different. But it happens to the best of us. But we all have our own justifications for it. A lot of us, we're embarrassed, at how irresponsible we are. Almost like premature boys coming into puberty. Is it fun? Absolutely. Is it dangerous? Without a doubt. And the consequences are many. Children we don't see. Broken homes and marriages. A lot of the same things we swore would never happen again. But let me warn you that this vlog is not about why we do it. We have no clue. We don't even believe our own lives for engaging in this crazy behavior. But to call it a one night stand is ludicrous. To call it a girlfriend experience, it goes deeper than that. She wants more than the girlfriend experience. She wants more than just to be your girlfriend. She wants to be your wife. And it's a wife experiment. She puts her best foot forward from the very beginning. She's trying to win your heart. She's trying to win you over. And a lot of times, she does. Being your girlfriend is not enough for her. She wants to be your wife. So stop calling it a one night stand. It's really the first night in forever. And it's hard to, what's the word I want to, resist. You get off the plane, you come out of the terminal, and there she is. 5 foot, 100 pounds. Flowing hair. Sexy clothes. Perfect skin. And then she mumbles those words. You can do whatever you want to me. It's over. But it's not a one night stand though. Because we see each other over and over and over. We move in together immediately. It could be called a hookup since we do it repeatedly. But what it boils down to is casual sex with no thought of what comes next. We're so sure about this connection that we risk it all. You know, we won't take them to the doctor. You haven't been to the doctor in forever, so you don't know if something's been lingering in you and you're going to put it in her. And she hasn't been to the doctor in forever. Maybe something from a past relationship gives you something that you can't get rid of. But this is a serious matter. Well, why do we do it? We have no clue. And we don't even believe our own lies for engaging in this risky behavior. There's guys who come over here and contracted AIDS and other STDs. And when you get to the point where you're in your 60s, 70s, it can be tough on you. Gonorrhea. Remember, there's an AIDS epidemic going on right now, swirling around you while you're here in the Philippines. But you never think of it. You never think of the consequences. It happens to the best of us, guys. Stop making excuses and start making preparations, man. Get prepared. Send her to the doctor. You go to the doctor. Because it all seems so natural. We can't get our clothes off fast enough. Sticking and licking. It's something to write home about, man. She puts her best foot forward. Because everything's on the line. But when somebody makes a video like this, you won't listen to it. Oh, I'm different. My girl's different. But it happens to the best of us. But we all have our own justification for doing it. At least put on a rubber. I'm not even preaching, man. I'm just telling you from experience. But I'm no longer going to call it the girlfriend experience. Because it's much more serious than that. It's not a game. We think it's a game. She's putting it all on the line. And that's why we end up in a damn jackpot over here. Is it fun? Yeah, absolutely. But is it dangerous? Yeah, without a doubt, man. When I broke up with my son's mother, she stopped teaching him English. Just to get back at me. To make it harder and harder for us to bond. And then when I did come into the country, she had already told her family, hey, don't let him take our son anywhere. So I came here one time and, remember, I'm coming 8,000 miles. And I just wanted him to bring him to the condo, just for some bonding time, let him go swimming, take him shopping. They said it's too far because I was in Cebu and they lived right outside Cebu. But there's many consequences, but it never even crosses our mind. Somewhere doing all that chatting and all that LDR foolishness, we lose our minds. But to call it a one-night stand, it's not going far enough. A one-night stand is just a sexual relationship lasting one damn night. That's it. There's no expectation that there should be any further relations. But what happens with us? We see each other over and over and over and over to the point of moving in together and then getting married. It's simply casual sex. We're being very irresponsible, but we never think once about the risk. What can happen? It's been so long since we had any type of attention. It's been so long since we had a woman's touch. And then this woman's much younger. She's much more attractive than what we're used to. We don't even think about her motives. Why does it seem so easy? Why she just laying down with me like this? Basically, just blow on and she falls over. Is this an open relationship? Absolutely. You keep your wallet open, she keeps the legs open. But let's have a serious conversation today about this wife experiment. Because a lot of guys, we don't come over here to get married, but we end up getting married. I'm just telling you my story. I'm telling you from experience what happens. We're caught slipping. We don't suspect all of this. I mean, if you've ever experienced this, you know what I'm talking about. It's just too good. It seems like a dream. It seems like a fairy tale. It lines up with what these vloggers are telling us. But what they don't tell you is what comes after that. All the demands, all the expectations, how heavy the woman gets. She's auditioning to be your wife. Has nothing to do with sex, really. Sex is just a means to an end for her. She knows once you jump in their bed, she's halfway there. This is not a knock on anybody. I'm just telling you what goes on over here. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. But y'all not going to listen. I feel like the people in the crowd at the Trump rally that was telling the police, hey, there's somebody on that roof. And they were being ignored. Until finally the guy takes aim and damn near kills the former president. That's how I feel when I talk to you guys on these vlogs. You're not listening. I'm telling you, hey, she's on the damn roof. She's going to shoot your ass. But you don't pay me any attention. So if you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, Thailand, wherever you are, find it in your heart to help somebody. There's not a day goes by that I don't help somebody. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people. We help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. And don't do anything stupid. Like, come over here and fall for that okie doke. The banana in the tailpipe. Or the woman at the airport trick.